Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today is day 20 of the Every Bit Counts challenge. I went to town. I went to the city. I went to the big city, and I picked up some stuff. So I figured I would go ahead and share with you what I picked up because it's going to give you a bit of an idea of the food preservation projects that are going to be coming up here. So it's nothing like spectacular. We are going to be converting. We have a big building. I showed you guys that a little bit ago. We have a big, not a big building, we have an old shed, and we're going to convert it into our laying hens chicken coop. And so I picked up some poultry netting because it's less than half price to drive into the city to get this versus a local place. And I love supporting the local place. I try to buy there as much as possible, but when you're saving $100 by driving into the city, like that just paid for my whole trip. So I picked that up there. And then we also got some linoleum. We couldn't find linoleum locally, so linoleum, vinyl, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's we used it last time as floor covering for our chicken coop, and it worked great. It kept it nice and clean because it's just bare exposed wood in there, and so that just it helps. And then I also got the glue and the trowel to install it. And then I was at Costco. I picked up some celery. I'm gonna dehydrate celery for my husband. I'm gonna do something with the carrots, probably fermenting them. And then we're out of trash bags. My son wanted some pop. Oh, and then I got 3 bags of onions. We're gonna can some caramelized onions because we're just about out of that stuff. And lastly, I was on my way home and I figured that I would stop by a local discount store, and they had these for super cheap, and they were almost thawed out already, and it's only been 45 minutes. So I'm gonna race and get this stuff all put away, and then I will edit a video and I'll see you guys back here. We're actually going to tend to our salted egg yolks that are in the fridge. It's the next day. My editing session ran a little bit long yesterday, and I was not able to actually get back to the preservation project. So I figured I would bring you along, share with you. I'm just getting ready to wash our soup jars from yesterday, and then we are going to tend to the egg yolks. And then we'll pretend it's another day and start tomorrow's video where we're gonna do some celery. So, well, after I do my editing for this video. It's been one of those times. So I wanted to share with you guys, when I made this recipe yesterday, I'll make sure to link it at the end. Got some schmutz there. So when I made this video yesterday, it was technically the day before yesterday. In yesterday's video, when we made this soup, I added the carrots to it. I regret adding carrots to it, not because of the flavor, it's delicious. When we made it in the Instant Pot, it turned out phenomenal. I'm not sure what about this made it not, and like, because we pressure canned that soup, so it makes no sense why the carrots didn't bleed, the color didn't bleed. But with these ones, and I used the same ratio, it was like one part carrots, 1 part celery, and then 2 parts beans and 2 parts potatoes. So, but you can see kind of just the color of it. Can you? It's like orange. Anyways, the whole jar is like orange, so that made me kind of sad. It's not going to take away from the flavor at all, but I would probably do something that's a little bit less orange and a little more something else. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but if you guys have any ideas, leave it in the comment section below, and we will can another type of white bean chili soup. I'm actually really enjoying it. We finished off the whole pot of the Instant Pot soup yesterday. It was delicious, and so I'm gonna want to can this again because it did not give me any gastric distress like it usually did in the past. So part of me kind of wonders if my SIBO treatment has helped, because I have had literally 0 issues whatsoever. So we're gonna go ahead and wash these jars up and then get to those egg yolks. So we're ready to finally check on our salted egg yolks. We put this up at 8/7. It is currently the 21st, so 2 weeks, so longer than it was supposed to. We'll survive though. So these are just gonna be, maybe they'll be really salty or maybe they'll be really curedy. I don't know what it's gonna be. So let's, I'm gonna bring you in and you'll see what we're gonna do. So the sunlight's not doing us any favors, so I apologize if the lighting sucks. It just is life. So I guess what we need to do is we're supposed to take these out. I've been watching videos all morning on how to do this. Oh, yep, it got kind of wet. Ooh, neato. Look at that. Ooh, this is gonna be good stuff. Okay. So I think we're gonna do it the way that, since Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead was the inspiration for doing this, we're gonna do it the way that she did it. A lot of other people I've seen use a dehydrator, but we're gonna do it the old-fashioned, the good old throw it back in the fridge way. And then, oh, it's got a little bit of like a sponginess to it. So I think what she said to do is you're just supposed to kind of brush it off on this plate. Move it to the next plate. And I found another way that you can make these that we're gonna try a little bit later. It's an Asian way of doing this. And you actually do it inside of the shell. So now we take our cheesecloth and we're supposed to wrap these in the cheesecloth, right? Okay, I feel like this thing is just pointless here at this point. And can you see all that? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. So then we're gonna just put it on the cheesecloth. There we go. And then we just wrap these up with the cheesecloth. I feel like I should have done it up here. We're learning. We're learning. Don't judge me. Well, you can. I just don't care if you do. Now we need some string. Do I have string? I should have thought this through, huh? Okay. I'm gonna go find some string. I'll be right back. Alright? Alright. Alright, so we got our string. We're gonna cut a few lengths of this. One long one to hang it by. Okay. Let's get the string out of the way. Then, how are we gonna wrap this? Very carefully. That's how. The humidity's starting to kick up here. So then we take our string and we just tie it around each one, right? That's what she did. I feel like I definitely cut the string way longer than I needed to. So she just made these into individual little pieces, individual little sacks. I feel like I should have rewatched her video. But I will, because I still need to dehydrate I need to finish the salt. Show you guys what she did with the salt. There we go. And then, I don't know, tie this together, I guess. I should have thought this part through. Shocker, I didn't. Tie these together. Again. So many knots. They're probably not even the right ones. Okay. There we go. It's like, it's an egg yolk cheese wreath. You could wear it as a necklace if you wanted to be weird. Than me. Okay. So here we go. And then she said to just hang this in a cool, dark place, like I think she said under 50 degrees or something like that. So if you have a root cellar, that would work. I believe she said that she put this in her fridge, or in her spare fridge. So that's what we're gonna do. We have a little fridge out in the garage that I can put this in. So I'm gonna go back, watch her video again to find out what she did with the salt. I'm pretty sure she just cooked it in the oven to dry it back out and to kill any bacteria that might be on it. But I don't think bacteria is on salt. So we're gonna finish off the video doing what we need to do with the salt. This is so cool. So all she did was she put it on a baking sheet and put it in the oven on its lowest setting until it was dry. And then she just saved it for the next batch. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc, and I'm just gonna mark it to make sure that it doesn't get mixed up with anything else. And I was watching a bunch of other videos on this today. That's why I got such a late start this morning, because I was watching videos on it. A lot of people use a bunch of different seasonings. Like, you don't have to use just salt. Like, you get out all kinds of spices. People use like bay leaves and all kinds of peppers and all kinds of things just to get all various different types of flavors. So, yeah, okay. Pretty much all there is to it. It gets kind of moistery. Sorry, it gets moist. So into the oven on its lowest setting for, I don't know, a couple hours probably. So that's pretty much it for this particular stage of making these salt cured egg yolks. I'm super excited to give these ones a try. I think she said like another 7 to 10 days. So probably like the last day of this challenge, we'll bust those things out and give them a taste test. I'm super pumped about it. I'm so excited. I hope that you guys are too. So I'm gonna go get to editing this video so that we can get started on the next video. If you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri. Oh, hummingbird. I need a hummingbird feeder. Okay, sorry. I'm subject to squirrels constantly. So if you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri. I'm bringing along, sharing you all the things that we're doing to turn our home into a homestead. I also like to do a ton of videos in the kitchen revolving around food preservation, canning, freezing, dehydrating, and fermenting, as well as showing you guys how you can actually incorporate those foods in your everyday cooking and how you can incorporate that in your everyday life. If that sounds awesome to you, click this button right here. This is where all the awesomeness happens. This is what tells YouTube that you want to come back here. Up here is a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks that you're going to enjoy. Click here if you want to know what we're up to yesterday, and then up here is the Every Bit Counts challenge. Make sure you check that one out for all the awesomeness since the day we started. Thanks for watching. Bye.